Hi, Mr. Jones. How are you doing today? Great, good to hear. I'm doing fine as well. So we're here today to talk about Jackie's education. And you're feeling that you're not sure you want to move forward with IEP plan for Jackie, words that might stigmatize her. And we understand that. So we're going to go through some options if you decide to not go with the IEP for Jackie, what maybe else we could do to help her. So right now, Jackie has an IEP in place for her ADHD, and she is currently using accommodations and modifications in her daily classroom. So one thing we have going for her accommodation-wise is she's able to take breaks, which is really great for her when she's feeling like she has a lot of energy. Taking a little break helps her refocus, and we're noticing that. And then we're noticing with modifications, Jackie's a little bit behind in math, so we're modifying her instruction to make it a little bit easier for her to catch up, and then providing that extra time for her in math to be at her grade level. So that's how the main reasons we're going forward with IEP right now. If you did not want to do the IEP with the services, one thing we could do is we could switch to consulting. So with the IEP and consulting, she would continue to have her IEP, and that would be good because she could still have those accommodations and some of those modifications, but she wouldn't be pulled out for one-on-one time. I would be consulting with her general education teacher, and we would be coming up with a plan and strategy to help Jackie be more successful. But she would not be pulled out or receiving special services in her class, just consulting with her teacher. And this is a good option because she still has all the protections in place with that IEP. And for her state testing, she can have extra time. She can still have those accommodations. We can still modify and give her different work in class that is more at her level. But we're not doing those extra services, extra time in math for her with the consulting. Do you have any questions about that? Okay. So then another option we can look at, if you're not sure about that one as well, is a 504 plan. With Jackie's ADHD, she qualifies for a 504 plan. This is different than the IEP in multiple ways, but the biggest way is going to be that she would only have accommodations in the classroom. So she would still be able to take breaks. She would still be able to have a textbook at home and a textbook at school, but she would not be able to have modifications. So we would not be able to change the math she's working on, giving her a more appropriate level to where she's at. She would be working at grade level. So we would be helping her with those accommodations in the classroom with working at the grade level that she is in. With that 504 plan, she still does get those accommodations in like standardized testing. The main difference there for Jackie is going to be that she's not getting those modifications. Any questions about those? Okay, so then if we're looking at absolutely no IEP or 504, again, completely up to you. Another option that we have is to look at Jackie specifically and just try to help her in the areas academically that she needs the most help in. And so this is a response to intervention. So this is a general education thing. It has nothing to do with special education. We look at all children in the classroom, all the students, and just see who is struggling in certain areas and try to work with them to get them to grade level. So that has nothing to do with special education. That would be her general education teacher. I don't think Jackie would be as successful in that type of plan. She is showing success with her IEP plan, so I would recommend maybe going with the consulting. But she is your daughter, obviously, your choice in how you want to move forward with what we can provide for her education. So if you have any questions about any of that, please let me know. We can move forward any way you would like. We just want to make sure that Jackie is receiving the best education that she can get.